This is Kenya. Welcome. As always, my name is Azi Ifeanyi, and I always love to have you around. Today, I want to talk about a very important aspect of our health, and that is detoxification. You want to ask what detoxification is? It is the system, the process whereby we take out those things that cause toxification in our systems. So we want to detoxify our systems. That is, we want to rid our systems from dirts and toxins. What basically causes these toxins to grow in our systems? You see, the society is built in such a way that we encounter toxins in our food, in the air we breathe, in the creams we use, in the soaps we bathe with, yes, even in the soil where our foods are grown. And so we are constantly being bombarded by these toxins. If we have to continue to harbor these things in our systems, they bring about inflammation, diseases, and a host of others. So, when a lot of people hear the word detoxification, their minds first of all go to one drink that they should take that rids them of everything. But in truth and in reality, detoxification ought to be a lifestyle. You have got to live your life in a way that supports your system to constantly detoxify itself. And how do we do this? We must do this in the way we expose ourselves to these toxins. So I would want to remind you of what you already know, and then call your attention to a certain aspect that you probably knew and didn't consider. So we want to look at drinks, healthy drinks that we can use to detoxify our systems. These drinks could be, some would prefer using the lime and water first thing in the morning, and then some will also go through the taking of some herbal teas that are made. Now, one thing I want to remind you of is this: if you take out a certain day for detoxification and then plunge yourself into the same system that caused the detox, or rather caused the toxification in the first place, or caused those toxins to get into your system in the first place, you begin to run in a circle. So you get into the system where you were toxified, if I may use that word, and then you get out, detox your system, and then get in again. Where you should have to stay in the point where you are, exposed to less toxins. That way, your system is allowed to function optimally. So how do we function optimally? You'll begin to breathe well. your complexion will glow, you're able to lose weight easily without so much effort. You are able to pass out gases. Yes. You're able to sweat. These and many more are a list of ways through which we can let out these toxins in our systems. And so we already know that if you took some teas, you could go through detox. If you also eat in a certain way, eating of alkaline foods can also cause your system to support detoxification. So you want to for a certain period of time that you would be doing, you want to have a vegetable rich diet. So you want to be sure that the foods you're eating are more of vegetables and of liquids, uncooked vegetables, that is. So you're doing more of salads, you're doing more fruits and of vegetables and of teas. These are a way to detoxify our systems. So if you want to go on a 3-day detox, you could go having your meals as only teas, herbal teas, that is, salads and fruits and veggies. So doing that only for 3 days without having cooked food is detox. Another kind of detox that you could embark on is checking your personal care products. You see, we have a lot of toxins in our creams, in our soaps, even in the roll-ons and deodorants and body sprays that we have on. Yes, all these have chemicals and toxins in them that are retained in our systems once they are put on. So we want to be sure to check our products. Also check the kind of foods, exposure to plastics. Don't recycle plastics that are supposed to be recycled once 10, 20, 15 times. I can bet you, before I got into this whole healthcare thing, I used to have plastics in my home for 1 full year. Don't do that. Those could cause toxins. So while you are using a certain plastic product, check the recycling system. If you look at the back or bottom of some of these plastics, you could see the number of times to recycle them. Some are 1 and we end up using them over 10 times. Some are 2, 5, and we end up having these things constantly in our home. Some of us, it's until they start wearing out and chapping off, that's when we remember to throw them away. These are not good practices. So try to reduce your exposure to plastics. Don't use plastic to eat hot foods. Those of you using plastic bottles, leaving them in the car and then coming back to drink from them, it's not hygienic. So you must instead use metal bottles, aluminium, that is. Stainless steel, that's the healthiest one. Steel bottles. You also can use glass. These are healthy options that we could use, or better still, recycle these bottles and discard. Then we also want to look at the creams that you use. What are those things in your creams and in your soaps that you shouldn't be using? Some of us are allergic to these things, but we don't know what. Now, one other way to detox is use healthy healthcare products. It's always best to use natural skincare products. The ones that are made or manufactured in your environment are even best, because these foreign ones that we go and buy, they all have toxins in them. One of my principles are, if I can't pronounce that name, if it is not written in clear English for me to understand it, then I don't get to use it. Now, I hear somebody asking, so what do you use on your skin? My dear, I use oils, infused oils. That's what I use on my skin. I use herbal soaps. Black soap is what I use on my skin. And for deodorants, I had mine made for me by myself. So you can do these things to rid your system of toxins. Now, once you rid your system of toxins, some of the things you begin to notice in yourself are mental clarity, less of brain fog, less of cloudy skin. Your skin will begin to clear out. Your urine will get clearer. The way you feel, you breathe better. So please imbibe these cultures. Please expose yourself to less toxins. And I can assure you, your health will shine bright.